Now, a recent quarterly release of unaudited financials for 2020 by the National Insurance Commission has revealed that regulated broking firms are still dominating Ghana's insurance intermediary space amid the COVID-19 pandemic. The report indicated that a total of 79 brokerage firms recorded in excess of 112 million cedis in 2020, as against about 134 million cedis in 2019. The 2020 performance highlights the longer-term trends transforming insurance broking in Ghana, which indicates how brokers will recover in the coming years. We are joined by Vice President of the Ghana Insurance Brokers Association, Shaibu Ali, with some expert analysis. Grateful for your time this afternoon. First of all, what do you make of those figures I mentioned?
Thank you very much. And good afternoon to your listeners. Well, these are the figures that the regulator has put out. Those are the figures we have to work with. The first thing that strikes one when you look at those figures is that it is ironic that in the COVID year proper, people are doing, we are doing better. Maybe I'm mixing it, but you notice that in 2019 we did better than what we did in 2020, and that surprises everybody. That is, we are still trying to unravel what led to that. One of the reasons might be that during the COVID era, people were a lot more afraid, so everybody was thinking about how to consolidate their assets and all that. But these are the figures. There's been a steady growth in the figures over time. What this trend is showing is that the 2020 figures are slightly, the 2021 figures up to the half year, slightly below those of the full year 2020. But we see how the year goes. By the time we get to the end of the year, we might see a clearer picture of it, yeah.
And the irony of it, as you point out, when the pandemic broke, one of the business lines in the insurance sector we expected to be hit most was insurance brokerage. So what did the trick?
Well, it's all part of the mystery that we are all still thinking about. But like I said earlier on, I want to believe that people or insured or clients were a lot more responsive to their assets and their lives because of the uncertainty that COVID came with. They didn't know what next, so everybody was thinking about how to protect their property. In the face of people shutting down their operations, in the face of some people sending home staff, but people still found time and resources to insure their properties. And that is something that we really need to get to the bottom of it so that we can use to drive insurance going forward. I think that people have come back to the realization that, the COVID situation is ironing out, so we are coming back to life as usual, so they can decide not to insure their staff or even insure their lives or their health and all that. But that is I think that insurance broking has largely survived in the system, and it is still a mystery to most of us how that happened. Some of it had to do with measures that brokers put in place. Most brokers had to move their operations from the physical platforms to the online or the virtual platforms, try to service their clients virtually. And I think that is one of the reasons that helped a lot, because most of our offices were closed anyway. People were operating from home for a long time. Even after the lockdown, people still continued to do business from home. Up to date, we still have some of our member firms who are still going on rotation basis. But because of the measures they put in place to give their staff capacity to work from home, this has significantly enabled people to continue to enjoy insurance services from brokers.
Well, I guess this underscores the fact that the broking subsector remains a significant component of the insurance business, because previously there were fears insurance intermediaries will be relegated to the background.
Yeah, so these fears honestly have been there for over 50 years in some jurisdictions. With the introduction of internet in the first place, people thought that the insurance broking has come to a virtual end. But touchwood, insurance broking has survived, partly because of the fact that there are some policies that can be dealt with virtually. And there are some policies too that you cannot do them virtually. You can buy your car insurance on a platform. You can buy insurance for your house or travel on the platform. I'm not sure that if you want an insurance to cover the operations of Joy FM, you want to do that on the platform. You want to meet the person you are dealing with, get to know the person, to be sure that this person has integrity, this person has what it takes to offer you cover. So I think this partly explains it. Insurance broking, touch wood, is not going to die. Most of the broking firms today have started digitalization. People have realized that they cannot continue to sell insurance like they did years back. To walk to the client, to walk to your office, you take the money, you go to an insurance company, get the cover, bring back to the client. That semi way of operating like a post office is ended. So most brokers have created platforms. Some have apps that their clients can just go on that and then do the transaction on it, get the cover from end to end. They can print out the sticker or whatever that evidences the cover, and then the life goes on for them. So I think that with the insurtechs, insurance broking is going to go again for a long time. The danger that comes up here is that the broking firms in the country are not of the same size. We have very big ones and we have very small ones. Some of the small ones don't have the capacity to do this. So the challenge will be with these smaller broking firms, how they can measure up and survive this challenge. And this is what the association is looking at, how to enable everybody to survive it.
So what can be done to consolidate the gains so far? Because this could go a long way to positively impact the insurance sector's contribution to GDP.
I think that the regulator is on the right track. They have done some things that is helping significantly. The new law is one that you can readily refer to. The new law that has just been passed on insurance, which has introduced some compulsory insurances in public liability, professional indemnity, and marine. I think that when the law was being drafted, we were looking at even group life being made compulsory and workmen's compensation being made compulsory. But unfortunately, that didn't work out. That would have been an icing on the cake for the industry, but that didn't work out. But at least we have these three policies to work with. And we think that with all this being on board and the way the regulator is insisting that broking firms do the right things, they have the right capacity, they do the right operational processes, this is going to carry the industry a long way. And if you realize, the face of insurance broking in this country is changed significantly. Years back, we used to have people who retire from insurance companies coming to set up insurance broking firms. By which time they're already tired, the energy, the hunger to go out, look for clients, is virtually not there. They have the experience and the expertise, but the strength is not there. But we are having a lot more younger generation people come out of the university and go straight into insurance broking. And this is changing the face of insurance broking significantly.
Shaibu Ali, Vice President of Ghana Insurance Brokers Association, great to speak with you this afternoon. Do enjoy the rest of the day.